Have you ever felt that someone entered your life for a reason that goes beyond chance? As if time paused for a moment and something inside you knew, even before reason could understand, that the encounter wasn't just another random event? Carl Jung called this synchronicity, the soul's secret language where destiny and meaning intertwine. What lies behind these moments? It's not luck nor coincidence. It's as if the universe conspired to reconnect stories that were already written somewhere unseen. When the heart recognizes before the mind, when a simple conversation or a stolen glance changes everything, we are facing a calling, an invitation to something greater. Have you ever ignored these signs? Or maybe you're waiting for one now, without realizing it. The truth is that destiny doesn't knock on your door. It breathes in sync with your deepest desires, those even you don't dare to name. This is the first step in a journey where love and destiny reveal themselves as two sides of the same coin. If you've ever felt that inner echo, get ready, because what comes next isn't just a story, it's a mirror, and it's about to reflect parts of you that you may not even know yet. Synchronicity, when the universe begins to speak. Some connections don't follow the laws of chance. Have you ever experienced that moment when a song, a name, or a meeting appeared exactly when you needed it, as if the cosmos were whispering in your ear? These are the invisible threads of synchronicity, encrypted messages between your inner world and the outer one. Carl Jung revealed that these seemingly random events carry a hidden meaning. They're not coincidences, but mirrors. A book falling open to the right page, a stranger repeating a phrase echoing in your thoughts, a dream materializing days later. The collective unconscious, this ancestral library of humanity, weaves these connections, showing that nothing is truly isolated. But why does it happen? Because life is not linear. It moves in circles, patterns, and symbols. When you are on the right path, the universe begins to cooperate. It could be an animal crossing your path repeatedly, a date that keeps appearing, or even a mistake leading you exactly where you need to be. This language doesn't use words. It speaks through goosebumps, intuitions that chill down your spine. That defies logic. And when you learn to recognize it, you realize you are not alone. Something greater is in dialogue with your soul. Projections and mirrors, the soul's secret theater. What you most admire or despise in others may be a fragment of yourself seeking recognition. In relationships, we carry a powerful, unconscious mechanism. We project qualities and flaws we haven't yet named in ourselves onto others. That partner who seems perfect at first might just be the reflection of what your soul longs to integrate. Jung called this anima and animus, the hidden faces of the feminine and masculine that we all carry within. When we fall in love, often we don't love the other person, but the image we've created of them. That's why, over time, disappointment arises. The projections fade, revealing the real person behind the fantasy we invented. But here's the secret. This disenchantment is not the end of love. It's the beginning. The conflicts that arise are doors to self-discovery. The irritation at someone's stubbornness may reveal your own hidden rigidity. The attraction to a creative person may point to a dormant talent within you. The true miracle happens when we stop blaming the mirror and start understanding what it reflects. Relationships aren't about finding halves, but about recognizing wholeness, yours and the others. When the projections fall away, what remains is the rare chance to love, and be loved beyond illusions. The shadow and the conflict, where real love is forged. The hardest moments in relationships hold an enigmatic gift. They reveal parts of ourselves we've tried to forget. That seemingly trivial argument about jealousy, the resentment that surfaces out of nowhere, that flaw in your partner that keeps irritating you, all are messengers of the shadow, the hidden territory of the psyche where we store what we don't want to face. Jung taught that what bothers us in others is often a denied aspect of ourselves. The excessive control we criticize might mirror our own disguised rigidity. The vulnerability we avoid in others may point to our own fear of opening up. Conflicts, rather than enemies, are allies. Invitations to explore these dark corners with courage. But how can we turn arguments into growth? The secret lies in asking, what is this situation showing me about myself? Instead of blaming, observe. When anger or disappointment arise, take a deep breath and investigate which inner wound is being touched. True love doesn't avoid these collisions. It uses them as tools for mutual healing. This is relational alchemy, turning the lead of discord into the gold of understanding. Every disagreement overcome with awareness not only brings two hearts closer, but also frees both from old inner prisons. Conflict, when faced with honesty, stops being an obstacle and becomes the bridge to a more authentic connection. Individuation, the sacred dance between two who become one, and whole. Love that only completes is just half the story. The real miracle happens when two beings, instead of merging into a single identity, awaken to the wholeness that already existed within themselves. This is the path of individuation, not seeking in the other what is missing, but discovering through the other what was always there. Jung saw relationships as magical mirrors. They don't show who we should be, but reveal who we truly are. Each friction, each tender moment, each fading projection is an invitation to integrate forgotten parts. The partner who demands patience may be teaching you to find your own calm. The burning passion at the beginning is often a signal of creative potential waiting to be born. But beware. This journey is not about perfection. It's about totality. It includes light and shadow, strength and vulnerability, anima and animus dancing in balance. When we stop demanding the other to fill our voids, something extraordinary happens. We discover we were whole all along. We just didn't know it. Conscious love doesn't create dependence. It brings liberation. Two whole beings walking, side by side, not out of need, but out of recognition. And in this meeting of awakened souls, a connection is born that doesn't imprison, but expands. Because true love is not about finding your missing half, but about remembering you were always complete. The sacred union, when two become living alchemy. There is a stage of love that few ever reach, when a relationship ceases to be an emotional refuge and becomes a sacred altar. It's no longer about consuming passion, but about transformative presence. This is the mystery of the sacred union, two beings not completing each other, but transcending together. In ancient traditions, this was called the alchemical marriage, the fusion of opposites that generates inner light. In Jungian psychology, it represents the moment when anima and animus, shadow and light, stop being projected onto the partner and begin to be recognized as parts of oneself. The other is no longer a mirror, but a conscious witness to your journey. How do you recognize this connection? It's not measured by hours of romance, but by moments of raw truth. In silences that need no filling, in conflicts that do not destroy, but purify, in the freedom to be whole, without fearing the loss of love. Two hearts that no longer seek possession, but communion. This is love's final metamorphosis, when it ceases to be a feeling you have and becomes a state of being that you share. Not an end, but a portal, where the human meets the divine, not in distant temples, but in the gaze of the beloved. Here, love is no longer lived, it is embodied. Conclusion: the whisper that calls to the inner journey. Destiny never bangs on the door. It arrives like a gentle breeze, stirring the leaves of your attention, asking only that you pause. and listen. Everything revealed in these reflections is not theory, but maps, pointing to paths your soul already knows, even if your mind still doubts. Each synchronicity, each dissolved projection, each integrated shadow was an invitation, not to find perfect love, but to awaken the full love already pulsing at your center. Relationships don't exist to complete us, but to remind us of our essential wholeness. Now you know, the real miracle is not when two halves meet, but when two wholes recognize each other. It's not about someone coming to save you, but about allowing yourself to be found. In all your light and darkness, strength and vulnerability, humanity and divinity. The calling continues to echo, not in the words of this text, but in the space between them, where your heart already responded before you even formed the question. Destiny has written its letter. Only one question remains. Are you ready to offer the answer your soul already knows? Subscribe to the channel. Leave your like, comment, and share. Thank you, and see you in the next video.